don't know if it fits in the Transformers universe. They need to really take that series away from Michael Bay. Is what they need to do. Like, Michael Bay needs to be stripped of the Transformers series. Like, it looks like shit. I have no idea what the movie's about. Why is there a movie about Bumblebee? It makes no sense. I didn't see the last Transformers. Did you?
I haven't seen the last few because, yeah, well,
I watched the dinosaur one. It's garbage. Absolute shit. It's trash fire. Like, somebody needs to piss on it because put that fire out because it's trash fire. I saw the CinemaSins video, Everything Wrong with Transformers, last night. Which, if you're curious about the movie but don't want to sit through 2 hours of bullshit, just watch that. You can sit through like 15, 20 minutes and get the base of the whole movie.
You know what was promising?
And realize how shit it is.
I'll tell you what was promising about that. When I heard that was coming out, the word last in the title. I'm like, yes! The last! This is the best part when it's over. But no.
The last one had the dumbest fucking plot. It was like fucking Transformers were made illegal on Earth, which, okay. I don't know how you can make Transformers illegal on Earth. They're a race of beings.
Nuclear weapons are also illegal, like, in the United States.
Yeah.
Because nobody can fucking get one. Like,
yeah. But, like, Transformers are made illegal, and they, like, hunt down Transformers, and then, for some reason, the government has to make a deal with fucking Megatron, and Megatron, a part of the deal is, in order, they want Megatron to, like, hunt down, like, the rest of the Transformers that are on Earth, or some shit like that, to get rid of them, or something like that, I don't know, and Megatron's like, okay, you want me to do that? Then I need you to release some of my Decepticons that you've captured so they can help me, which apparently they captured Decepticons alive and put them in some kind of prison, and they went through like this montage circa Ocean's 11 or some shit like that, where it's like, okay, we're releasing these people so that, you know, you can go, and it was like this weird montage of like, you know, fucking Bulldozer or some shit like that, and it showed Bulldozer on like this fucking platform, almost like they're taking his profile or some shit like that, and him saying some shit. It was this whole thing, and like Marky Mark is in there, and it's like, what the fuck is he doing? Because I don't see his daughter, but okay. Like, what happened to his daughter?
His hot daughter from when they were on the farm. Which one was that? Where they introduced him?
That was the last one, I think. The dinosaur one.
What was it called?
There was the dinosaur one. I don't remember.
Age of Extinction?
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
That's Ice Age.
It was something stupid like that because it had to do with dinosaurs.
What was
this one was about fucking Merlin. That's what this one was about, because apparently
Merlin the Magician?
Apparently there's this another huge conspiracy in the Transformers universe where fucking the Transformers were helping King Arthur or some shit win this battle or some shit like that, and Merlin had this magic scepter that
It was a sword and a stone.
No, he had like a magic scepter.
Sorry.
It was like a spear almost, and like only descendants of Merlin could wield this magic spear scepter, and the Megan Fox character in this movie, spoiler alert, was Merlin's descendant. So she could wield the magical fucking spear. Oh, and by the way, there's
It's something good.
There's a cult there. It's not really a cult, but it's like a Templar Order of Knights kind of thing called the Witwickens. The Witwickens. Who served the Witwicky heritage whenever, remember...
WikiLeaks?
No, Witwicky.
No,
Remember Shia LaBeouf's character, Witwicky?
Yeah.
Yeah, they served, they were called the Witwickens because they covered Transformer conspiracies or something like... Apparently, the Transformers helped defeat Hitler. Yeah, that happened. That was in there. They said that. The Transformers there defeating Hitler. They worked for that. They were there fighting Nazis because, you know, that was a thing apparently, but nobody remembers it. There was no pictures, but hey, whatever. Yeah, fucking shit. And there's a Transformers god, by the way, a goddess, I take that back, who took Optimus Prime, brainwashed him, and had to send him against the Autobots for some reason, because apparently Earth is a Transformer. I'm not making this up. Earth is like Omicron, I think is the name of the Transformer. Earth is Omicron, and the Earth was Omicron was designed to fight Cybertron to defend itself or some such bullshit. Yeah, it's a thing. Oh, by the way, also this, remember whenever in Transformers 3 when they were trying to teleport Cybertron into orbit of Earth and Cybertron was almost the same size of Earth? This time, Cybertron is about 5 times the size of Earth. For no reason. Other than people aren't consistent with their shit. Oh, and it ends, but it leads to another movie. Because who cares?
Because who the fuck really cares?
Everything I said is in the fucking movie. I didn't make it up. It's the fucking movie. Earth is a fucking transformer.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how Donald Trump is president.
Holy shit. Like, what is up with... Somebody take the movie away from Michael Bay, please. Reboot the series. Do something good with it. Holy shit.
Here's what I'm ready for. I'm ready for a Transformers Fast and the Furious crossover.
Dude.
Where Dom has to drive an Autobot.
And Dwayne Johnson drives a Decepticon. No. Dom drives a Decepticon. Dwayne Johnson has to drive the Autobot because it's going to be another Fast 7 remake where, Dom is, the villain but not the villain. Yeah. That's the movie. That's like your 5-minute take on the movie.
And now Bumblebee.
Yeah, Bumblebee, for some reason.
And Bumblebee's a different car.
Is he? He's always been a Camaro. What the fuck?
He was like... okay, from what I could tell, I thought he was like a Volkswagen in the trailer.
He was a Volkswagen in the first movie. He was the shitty car. Mm-hmm. Remember? And then before Sam Witwicky knew he was a Transformer, or when he first realized he was a Transformer, and Megavan was like, if he's such a good Transformer, why did you turn back into this shitty fucking car? And then he scanned the Camaro that was driving by him, and he turned into the Camaro. It's like, oh, he's a fucking badass Camaro now. Let me suck your dick.
Then this must be a prequel, then.
It might be.
Maybe.
Yeah. I imagine it must be because
like
Transformers are illegal on Earth, so how can it be a sequel?
You're really fired up about this.
Oh, I'm so mad about it. Because it could be good. It could be such a good movie. It could be a good series if they just wouldn't let Michael Bay do it. Like, reboot the whole series, give it to fucking somebody else. Give it to, fucking, blank on his name.
J.J. Abrams?
Yeah, give it to J.J. Abrams.
But you hate what he did with Star Wars, and Star Trek, both of them.
No, I didn't.
I thought you did.
No, I didn't.
You hated Star Wars.
I hated Star Wars, but he didn't do The Last Jedi.
I thought he did The Force Awakens.
And I liked The Force Awakens. I didn't think it was that bad. I have my criticisms. I totally agree that, it was like episode 4, but I still kind of liked it. Like, I thought it was pretty good. And as much as I have my criticisms about the last Star Trek movie, it was still pretty good. I thought it was...
The last Star Trek movie wasn't him. He produced it. He didn't direct it.
Okay, well, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, give it to J.J. Abrams. Give it to J.J.
Okay.
How about we just give all those movies to J.J.? Let's give J.J. Transformers. Let's give him Ninja Turtles. Let's give J.J. He-Man, because they're going to do Masters of the Universe at some point.
I have the power!
Yeah. Let's give him all... Just give him all those movies. Give him all of them.
So, there's 2 films that I'll briefly discuss.
By the way, welcome to For Your Distraction. Welcome.
There's 2 films that I have not seen yet. Both of them are currently out. And I feel like I'm cheating on things that I love. And the 2 films I want to discuss are Solo. Have not seen Solo. And
Solo.
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah. Not gonna lie to you. Neither one of those movies I have any desire to see in the theater. I want to watch them, but I don't want to see them in the theater.
I feel like I'd be open to the idea of seeing them, but I'm probably not going to see either one of them in the theater, which is like disheartening to me. Like, I love the Star Wars movies. I love the Jurassic Park movies. Why am I not seeing them? What has happened in my life that has turned me into such a fuddy-duddy?
I think there's something weird about the plot for Jurassic World, where it's like, isn't the plot kind of like, okay, the island's like falling apart and all the dinosaurs are gonna die, so we gotta rescue them or some shit like that? Isn't that kind of the plot?
Yeah, like
It's
the island's gonna blow up.
Yeah, fucking let them die. They're dinosaurs. They did it.
They
They
did
did it once. Let them do it again. Obviously, the world doesn't want dinosaurs, so let them die.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they discussed that in the film. We wouldn't know because we haven't seen the shit.
It's fine. I mean, the T-Rex has already eaten enough people. Let that fucker die. Why transport him to another island? Let nature take its course.
Like in SeaWorld, when one of their orca kills a human being, don't they put it down? Or
Do they?
don't? I don't know. Maybe they don't.
I don't know if they
Hey,
put
fuck us. It's capitalism.
I don't think I watched Blackfish. I don't think.
You're right. That fucker did. He killed like 3 people.
Yeah,
They kept
he
it
did-
jumping flips and
Yeah,
stuff.
he didn't. They didn't die. They covered it up. is what they did.
Tillicum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they covered it up. Is what they did.
You're right. That fucker eats people. And paying customers.
Look, you know what you were getting into. I don't know. It's like I feel like that plot is weird because it's like, all right, why? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Really? Like you're like 5 people going to the island. What are you gonna do? I don't know. I'm sure it explains in the movie, but I just don't really want to see it in the theaters. I'll watch it. Solo, I'm just kind of Star Wars out. I was we talked about it last week. I was disappointed in The Last Jedi. Now I'm kind of like, I don't even really want to watch a Star Wars movie right now.
I've heard Solo is good, though. I've heard from a lot of people that I trust that Solo is a good movie. It's just, the hype has just, they've oversaturated us, and
It's what I told
we're
you.
mad about
You
it.
oversaturate the market. You can't release too much of these movies. Disney got it, and they're like, we're going to throw out 2 Star Wars movies a year. And it's like, at first you're like, yes, fucking Star Wars. Now we're like, just don't do that. Can you guys just not do that, please? Like, you release a bunch of MCU movies a year, and that's fine, but those are different movies
well,
with different people.
the third and final in the new trilogy, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and now the third one, I have hopes for it. Because, first of all, JJ has taken it back. JJ is doing the third one, and it's not going to be out until December of 2019. So we have like over a year.
I'm
before
fine
it
with
comes
that.
out.
I'm fine
with that too. I think they need to get their shit together, get this motherfucker right.
It's like when Game of Thrones ended and they were like, hey, we're going to do another season. It's going to, final season, it's going to be like 6 or 7 episodes or some shit like that. But they're going to be feature-length episodes. So they're going to be like an hour and a half each. But you're not going to see the first one until like 2019 or some shit like that. Like summer 2019. I'm like, cool with it. Go ahead. As long as you do it good, fine. Take whatever time you need.
A lot of the shows.
I need a break from Game of Thrones. I needed a break from Game of Thrones a little bit. I was marathoning that shit, and I'm just like, I need a break. Like I love it, but I need a break.
Yeah. Like a lot of shows I like do that. They take long hiatuses, and I'm like, are we ever going to see this again? Like,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the next Rick and Morty. You know, who knows how long that'll be.
No, actually they've actually signed a deal. An official deal. Rick and Morty is signed on for 7 more seasons on Adult
7
Swim.
more.
7 more. They Adult Swim from what I heard, Adult Swim signed them on for 7 more official seasons, and it's going to be regular seasons now. Apparently,
They probably threw some money at him.
they did because everybody loves Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
I guess Venture Brothers is supposed to come back too.
That's another one. I've been waiting for Venture Brothers for how long now? How many years has it been?
It's been a couple.
And I've
They're
heard whispers.
They're supposed to be coming back, but Rick and Morty is apparently supposed. Josh Rowling got signed on for like 7 more seasons, so they're gonna be doing 10 seasons of Rick and Morty total.
Can't wait.
I can't wait. I really, really hope though that I don't get tired of Rick and Morty and some of that humor and because I was watching some reruns of Rick and Morty the other day and I'm like, this is great, I love it. And then I was listening to like names. They use like real random names that when they make up names for stuff when they write their shows. That's like names that you come up with when you're like 8 years old, like Flippy Bottom or Scooshy Boosh or some shit like that. And I'm listen like, oh, that's funny. And I'm like, am I gonna get sick of 10 more seasons of this or 7 more seasons of this? Because, like, you can only use those phrases, like, so many times before you're like, oh, Schlippy Bottom. I've heard that, like, 10 episodes ago.
Are you tired of The Simpsons? Be honest.
A little bit.
Really? See, I feel like The Simpsons has gotten better with age.
I feel like the animation's got better with age. I don't think it's as funny as it was maybe 10 years ago.
When The Simpsons first came, what year did Simpsons come out? 89?
89, the year I was born.
Yeah.
It's as old as me.
When it first came out in 1989 and through the early 90s even, I feel like I was too young.
That was the golden age of Simpsons, though.
I know, but I was too young to fully appreciate it. I've since gone back and rewatched some of them. They're hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
They're fucking great. And so I've watched some of the newer ones even. And it's a great show.
It's a great show. I feel like the problem with it is Simpsons has become so popular that like every episode almost, or every other episode, they have like celebrity guests.
They do a lot.
And I'm kind of like, that kind of takes away from the show a little bit. Like you're now you're just kind of like leaning on the fact that you have celebrity guests as opposed to like writing a good funny story, you know?
I'll talk about two other adult animated shows like that since we're going on this topic. The first one is Family Guy.
Yes.
It's still on, right? They're still
Yes,
making new ones
it
of
is.
that. That's been on for a long time.
Family Guy survives based on its shock factor. That's what it survives on.
I don't like Family Guy. I never did. You like Family Guy, don't you?
I like Family Guy. I don't watch Family Guy anymore, but occasionally I'll go on YouTube and just watch like bits of Family Guy. Like I'll watch some bits they do, or like, you know, like you'll find people that put together like 5-minute compilation videos, stuff like that. I'll watch those, but I rarely watch full episodes anymore.
Yeah.
So
I never liked Family Guy. You know, we've talked about on the show a million times. I don't find Seth MacFarlane very funny. He has one of those faces I just want to punch.
it doesn't make any sense. The funny thing about it is like
that doesn't make any sense. But anyway,
well, no, the funny thing about it is like some of like his comedy he does, like in his movies at least, like A Million Ways to Die in the West. It's like some of the comedy that we kind of lean on sometimes when we joke around. Like
Well,
that's what's weird about it. Like, do you like hate yourself? Is that what I'm hearing?
well, yes, but that's for a whole nother reason altogether.
No, it's fine. He's not for everybody. I get it. It's cool.
I still not as crazy about the Orville as you are. It grew on me. I feel like it got a little bit better later in the season, so I'm still watching it when it's on. But,
They're recording now, so yeah.
Yeah. The last one is South Park.
Yeah.
South Park's still on, right?
Yes.
They're still making.
Yes.
And I feel like I didn't like South Park when it first came on. Kind of like the same thing for The Simpsons and Family. I feel like I was too young to fully appreciate it.
I loved South Park when I first
And
watched
their comedy has changed since the first few seasons.
It used to be because I used to watch interviews with Madison and Trey Parker,
Mm-hmm.
and it used to be they said that they don't want to talk about political issues or current events. They were like, we want to talk about like one of the first episodes they did was with their gay dog, Stan's gay dog, and what was funny about it was he was talking about like, oh, how we start writing our episodes is we think about things that bugged us when we were kids, like, oh, do you remember when your dog ran away? It's like, yeah, that fucking sucked. We start writing that, and it's like, what if the dog is gay? And then that's when we go down that line, and it kind of transitioned from there. Like now, all they do is current events.
Yes. I feel like there was a middle there when I was in like college and even like right out after that I loved South Park. I watched it every week and I cracked up. And these last couple seasons, especially the season before the last, which was the whole Trump Hillary season, entire season was about that.
That was a crazy season because it was it was almost a one long continuous episode.
Yeah.
That was weird.
And I did not like it. I really didn't. I was sick of that. It was funny at first.
They were trying to make a statement is what it was.
Well, it didn't. It shouldn't be that way. And so I guess we're talking about the adult cartoons. I like The Simpsons now more than I ever have, but I don't watch Family Guy. I don't watch South Park anymore. I'm like over both of those shows.
I'll watch an episode of The Simpsons on Hulu if I'm like bored and I'm sitting there with my sister and my mom and we're eating dinner and it's like I've got the remote and it's like I gotta find something to watch. I don't want to watch the Arrowverse right now because they're gonna ask a bunch of questions. What's going on? I don't feel like explaining it, and I don't really want to start a new show because I'm not gonna have time to like really get into it. I'm like, I'll throw an episode of The Simpsons on. Just do that. That quick 30-minute episode, we eat dinner and stuff like that and be done with it. Like, I'll do that sometimes, but...
Is that like a go-to for you? So you're at home, you're bored, there's nothing really you want to get into. So what's your go-to? Netflix, Hulu, whatever. What do you throw on? Mindless,
if I'm
whatever.
by myself and I'm eating dinner, and occasionally I'll throw on a rerun of Next Generation.
Okay.
If I'm by myself. If I'm with other people, I'll probably go to Hulu and find some show that I know we both like, that we all like, that you don't really need to know about, like The Simpsons or something like that.
Mine are, if I'm in the mood for comedy, I go to The Office. You can't go wrong with The Office.
No, you can't.
I've seen them, just about all of them. It's one you can skip around, watch in any order.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be you watch them in simultaneous order. You can watch whatever episode of The Office and it's fucking funny. If I want more serious, a great Breaking Bad. I used to do it with Breaking Bad.
I can't just watch a random episode of Breaking Bad.
See, I can.
I can't. Honestly, I don't think I can go back and watch Breaking Bad. I tried doing it with my sister because my sister was getting into it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'd always want to watch it." I was like, "Yeah, we'll watch it together. Fuck it." We watched the first 3 episodes, and I'm like, "It's really good." I fucking can't watch it though. I don't think I can watch it right now because it's I know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna be coming up a little bit, and it's just one of those shows where it's it was really good then. I'm gonna enjoy it, but it's just it's too much drama for me right now.
See, it is drama, and that's what you get with it. Drama. I have to be in the mood for that. But I know what happens. I know where the show goes. Yeah. That's why when that other spin-off show, Better Call Saul, came out, did you watch that?
Nope, didn't watch an episode.
I watched the pilot and the first couple, and it got to the point where I'm like, I can't do this. I can't get back into this universe.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the culmination. I was invested start to finish with this show. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I can go back and rewatch that because I know what I lived through.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to restart something. So I did not get into Better Call Saul whatsoever.
You know what I started watching? And I've only a couple episodes into it. I started watching Star Wars Clone Wars. The one they had on the it was Cartoon Network or Disney Channel. I can't remember that one, the animated one.
Cartoon Network, I think, had the Clone Wars.
Yeah,
the
I started
Disney
watching
XD had Rebels.
Well, I started watching Clone Wars because I kind of want to watch Rebels.
Rebels
I
is
want
good.
to watch Rebels.
Rebels is good.
I don't really have an avenue to watch it, but I kind of want to watch. But I'm I want to watch Clone Wars because I want a Star Wars cartoon that's kind of lighthearted, that's a little serious too. And then I kind of want to delve into Rebels a little bit more.
I never watched Clone Wars other than an episode here and there out of context, but
I kind of want to watch it only because there's the character who was Anakin's Padawan,
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Yeah.
She's introduced in
Rebels.
Yeah. Or Clone Wars. I mean, she's in Clone Wars.
Right, but she comes into Rebels too.
Yeah, but I mean, she's like a Padawan in Clone Wars.
Right,
she's she's first given to Anakin, and I'm like, if she's in there, I kind of want to watch Clone Wars, so I have an idea and just watch it and have a kind of an emotional attachment to the character before I go into Rebels. Whenever she's fighting Darth Vader,
where the fuck was she though? From Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith is in there, and then Rebels comes up leading into the other ones.
Yeah,
where the fuck was she?
You mean in the movies?
Yeah,
I mean it's all those side characters that you see. There's all those named clone troopers in the cartoons, but all those clone troopers are just dime a dozen.
Maybe they answer it. I never watched the Clone Wars, all of them. Rebels, I haven't finished it. I watched the first couple seasons. I liked it. I liked Rebels.
That's what I want to watch.
Yeah.
That's what I want to get into.
I recommend Rebels. You'd like it too. It's
It's
animated, it's a cartoon, but it's there's drama and there's action.
My problem is it's on Disney, so I don't have an avenue
Disney
to watch
XD,
it.
yeah.
I don't have an avenue to watch it, so I'll probably have to rent it or buy it on Amazon or something to watch it. So
it's good. It's good. So what else are you watching? What are you watching right now on TV?
Getting caught up on the Arrowverse.
Arrowverse.
All the new seasons are up to date on it finally. Because I started watching Legends, the new season of Legends. Or I was watching The Flash, and it hit the big crossover episode, and I was like, okay, cool. Wherever that first episode is a crossover, I'll go watch that. The first crossover episode was on Supergirl. They didn't have that one up to date. It's fuck. So I had to go watch Legends up to that episode. Then I'm watching Arrow up to that episode. They finally updated Supergirl. So I'm going to catch up on Supergirl and watch that up to the crossover. And then I'm going to watch that whole crossover event. Then I'm going to finish Flash is what I'm going to do.
You got your summer planned out then.
Yeah,
Watch 'em.
yeah, I kind of do.
The DC WB
Arrowverse, yeah, that whole thing. I'm probably gonna get into that.
Is
I
it
just gotta
called the
finish
Arrowverse?
It's
Is that
called
what
the
it's
Arrowverse
referred to as?
because Arrow started it. It's called the Arrowverse. So, yeah, I'm gonna finish that. I just want to get through Flash. I don't really care as much about Arrow right now. It's like the last season. Don't really care about it at the moment. DC Legends, I do like that show a lot. So. They've got a lot of characters from Arrow and Flash that are involved in that one, and a couple from
Supergirl?
no, actually they don't have any for Supergirl. I keep
No?
forgetting she's in like an alternate universe, but
Right.
yeah, they do that. I don't really care as much about Supergirl, but like I'll catch up on it just to kind of watch it. Kevin Sorbo was supposed to be in Supergirl, one of those seasons, so I'll fucking watch
Kevin
Hercules.
Sorbo,
I'll
man.
fucking watch Hercules. I like
Yeah.
Hercules, so.
Are the Hercules Legendary Journey? Are they on some? Is there a way we can watch those?
They used to be on Netflix. I don't know if they're still. They might still. They had Hercules and Xena both on Netflix, the entire series. I delved back into Hercules
You
for
didn't.
like a season or two because I'm like, I remember watching this when I was a kid with my mother, and I'm like, let me see if it holds up. It doesn't hold up. It's still kind of entertaining though. It's still kind of entertaining. So, I think I watched up to when Hercules and Aeolus met Xena, and then that spinoff started. I was like, all right, I'm done for now, and I never went back to it.
Is that like when Hercules and Xena like banged all the
It was
time?
when Aeolus and
Gabrielle.
Aeolus
They did hook up.
and Xena first.
What?
It was Aeolus and Xena first
Good
because it was Aeolus. I remember this. It was Aeolus and Xena first because Xena almost turned Aeolus against Hercules. Because he was like, you don't understand her, blah 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 blah. This kind of that whole thing, and then when Xena turned good, it was when Hercules and Xena kind of hooked up a little bit. Yeah,
So Aeolus and Hercules have been wiener cousins this whole time. No
yeah, fucking wiener
shit.
cousins.
No shit. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember when she was bad. When she first was.
And then like she turned to good, and they had like a 5-minute conversation about it. I was like, all right, she's good. I was like, it's not how character development goes, but that's fine. Do what you got to do.
Well, that's like the whole episode in Xena Warrior Princess. Whenever, what's her name? Callisto would come back.
Yeah,
And they'd fight. They like used to be like evil partners.
yeah,
And then now they were like evil and good fighting each other. Yeah.
yeah.
Boy, that show.
There were. I remember I remember.
Does it hold up?
No, I said it,
Okay.
it doesn't hold up. It's still kind of entertaining though.
All right. Hey,
It's
that's
like
all right.
entertaining in like a bad way, where it's like that's so shit, but like I'm still gonna watch it. It's fine.
Oh man, that's. Gotta look out for that.
But yeah, I've been watching. You said you
Oh.
gave up on the Arrowverse. That's
Did.
fine. I keep telling you, you would love the Flash, but you're not willing to give it a try. But that's fine.
Okay, so right now there's 2 shows I'm watching. I'm watching 2 shows I was very into, both just ended. We'll talk about those first. I've talked about on the show several times how much I love the show Legion
Great show.
on
Love it.
FX. I love Legion so much. The season, I think it's season 2?
Yeah, season 2. Season 2.
Season 2 just ended, and it's great. It's so good. I can't recommend Legion enough. Go watch Legion.
If it's not
so
on
great.
Hulu right now, I'm hoping season 2 comes on.
Season
Hulu
1
soon.
is on Hulu already?
It is, yes.
Season 1 is on. I watched it on regular TV on FX, and it was so I was really into that. Also on HBO, I was watching Westworld.
Still haven't watched that.
Okay, and this season, I didn't like this season as much as the first season, and it started out super slow, and I was really like losing interest in it. But the end of this was season 2 also. The end of it really redeemed the season altogether. The last 3 or maybe 4 episodes were pretty good.
I'm gonna be
So
honest with you, I got my like violence and sex kick from like Game of Thrones.
yeah.
So like I really had no desire to like get involved in another series that was like violence and nudity and sex.
That's what you get with it. Yeah.
And I kind of didn't have any desire to get back involved in something else. I was like, because I was like, I get that with Game of Thrones. So like I had my fix. So
Well, I like Legion a lot better
it's
than
great.
I like Legion a lot better than Westworld, but I recommend both shows. It's worth watching.
Yeah.
It's worth watching. But right now, the two shows that I'm currently watching, the first one just started season 2, season 3? I'm not even sure. 2 or 3. And that's Preacher.
I think it's season 2.
Okay.
I want to say it's season 2.
And it's on AMC, and we've talked about it on the show before.
Great show.
Just started back. I love Preacher. I think it is so good, so entertaining. Weird as fuck, but that's kind of me. I really like that.
Yeah.
Like we talk about Dirk Gently, that show. That show's weird as fuck, and I love it.
Did season 2 come out for that show?
Season 2, yeah, I've watched season 1, season 2.
Is that
It's
season
in
2
between.
done?
Yeah, season 2's done.
Okay.
It's been done.
Maybe it's on Hulu now. I don't know.
Oh, watch that too. It's been a while for that one.
Yeah.
But Preacher's so good. Watch Preacher. And the other one is one I've just started. And this one you might be a little leery of. Our good friend Patrick Lackey. He's the one who recommended this. And I trust his judgment. He and I seem to like a lot of the same things. He's a big Trekkie. He likes Star Trek just like I do. He said this show's a lot like Star Trek with even maybe a little more action. Here's the downside. It's a show on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Ooh.
Right, ew. And when I first started watching it, it started really slow. It started bad. The acting is atrocious.
No, wasn't Battlestar Galactica on the Sci-Fi Channel?
It was.
That was the not remake but reboot series, the sequel series,
the newer one.
That was pretty good.
I liked the original one from the 70s better than the new one. I just could never really get into it. But it to each his own. A lot of people like that. So
You're a hipster. That's all.
But the show I'm talking about now is called The Expanse.
The Expanse. Yes, I've heard him talk about this. I've been wanting to watch a show and I've been trying to find an avenue to watch it. I always forgot I have Amazon Prime, so I have the
It's
video.
on Amazon Prime.
I always forgot about that. I recently
Why? It's great.
because I forgot that I had access to Amazon Prime Video. Here's the thing:
You got work to do.
I love Amazon Prime. I always forgot that you got Amazon Prime Video with the Prime's subscription. I realized that a while ago, so I logged into my mother's computer, and I've been watching. We watched the first 2 seasons of the new Tick.
Mm-hmm.
The Tick that's a fun fucking. Don't watch that with your kids.
No,
But it's a fun movie. It's a lot more violent and a lot more adult oriented than the original Tick.
remember the
And
cartoon show?
I remember the cartoon. I remember
Liked
the
it.
live action season they did too. It's way more violent, but still pretty It has like the Tick spirit. I recommend that show a lot. But I was watching that. I watched the first episode of Jean-Claude Van Damme's new series.
Jean-Claude Van Johnson?
Yeah, I watched that.
It's on my to-watch list on my Amazon.
It's pretty entertaining. I like it.
Yeah.
I only watched the first episode, but I kind of like it. But yeah, I saw The Expanse was on there, and I'm like, that's that fucking show.
Mhm.
It's on there. I was like, I gotta add that to my watch
Well,
list.
see, Lackey was talking it up, and I went on to my cable on demand Sci-Fi channel, and it started at like season 3 and season 4 were on there. I'm like, where's season 1 and season 2?
Yeah, that's the on demand that does that all the time.
Like, I hate that. Like, I want to start this show, but I start from the beginning. So I was mad,
they
bummed
might have
out.
to pay extra to keep that on, and that's why they do that.
Well,
so.
then I found it on Amazon Prime Video, which was like, oh, this is it. And I started watching it. Really like it. Recommend it. Recommend
I'm
it.
gonna watch it.
Okay.
You shared an article on our Facebook, and I didn't go in the article, but I've heard a lot going around. I heard that Patrick Stewart might be returning for a Star Trek series.
It's a rumor.
It's a rumor, yeah.
I read the article. I loved it. I shared it to our For Your Distraction Facebook page. So if you're on Facebook, search for For Your Distraction. Like us on there. We post a lot of stuff. And I happened across this article, and I lost my mind because
Oh yeah,
Picard's my captain.
Picard's my captain too.
Nothing's against Kirk. Nothing against Kirk.
Oh,
Picard-
Captain, my captain.
Picard's
Picard.
my captain. Picard's my captain. Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Picard is my captain too. Absolutely. When I saw that, I was like, I didn't read the article, but I was like, I'm in. Well, it's like what is it? CBS has a new Star Trek series on their on-demand site. I will not subscribe to CBS's primary service of streaming stuff because it's too much. It's way too much.
For what? One show?
Yeah, for one show.
Yeah.
I don't think I would do it for Game of Thrones, but only because I know that would end at some point. Like Star Trek, who knows how long that's going to go on? Could go on for a few. I don't know. But like
Star Trek Discovery, you're talking about, right?
yeah, Star Trek Discovery. I'm
I
talking
watched
about.
the pilots. Did you watch the pilots?
I didn't even watch that.
Okay.
Didn't even watch that. I didn't want to because I'd be tempted to do something like.
See, they aired the pilot when the show first started. They aired it on regular CBS on TV, and I watched it. I made the mistake of watching.
So you know what I hate about foreigners? Here's what I hate about foreigners. If you have Netflix in a foreign country, you get Star Trek Discovery. I hate that shit. You fucking foreigners. This is America. We deserve Star Trek.
We should lock them in cages.
If only. That's for later. That's for later.
We'll go down there. We already talked about. We led into that last week.
Yeah, we said we're going to talk about something
serious.
serious.
We're kind of putting it off, but because it's tough. But
you know us, we got to talk about it.
All right.
It's serious enough too. But like, I think even if they brought back Picard for a Star Trek series, I still don't think that would be enough for me to subscribe to their streaming service to watch it. I really don't think that would be enough. Like, I'm sorry, CBS, but go fuck your own assholes because I'm not subscribing to your service. And it's just too much. It's too fucking much. Way too much. So, we try to stay lighthearted. We try.
we did a pretty good job between last week and the beginning of this show. I think we did okay.
I think we've done a pretty good job the past few shows, even though
Yeah.
there's been a few weeks in between them. I think we've done pretty good job. But you know, when you live in the darker universe,
The dark timeline.
the dark timeline. You know, when you live in the dark timeline, shit happens that you just can't keep quiet about it. You try.
We're gonna do this.
You
huh?
can't keep quiet about
We're
it.
doing this.
Child concentration camps.
Adam,
Jesus Christ.
I am as mad as hell. Like,
I'm mad.
I'm as mad as hell.
You know me. I'm mad. What the fuck?
We are locking kids in internment camps.
In cages with space blankets. What the fuck? We're not even giving them toys. Building blocks. Give them something at least. Jesus.
Some kids are like Eva and Nina, my children's age.
Holy
2 and 4 years
hell.
old. Like babies. There's fucking babies in dog kennels.
And this fucking president sits there and says he deserves a parade. This fucking president says he deserves a fucking... For what? For what? Jesus. Oh my God.
All right.
I can't do it.
Where do we begin?
Fuck, where do we begin?
Where do we
let's
even begin with
Let's
this?
begin back in World War II when the Japanese were internment camps. How about we begin back there and relive history?
So, oh Jesus, this is the worst thing.
It is literally
I-
the worst thing
I-
this president has done.
I hate Trump. I'm very critical
And
of
before
Trump.
you get all pissy and say, "Oh, you know, this is a law. This is technically a law that has been in place for decades," and blah blah. Even if it was a law, no president has enforced this law because every president would have said that this would be inhumane.
So, I think when this first came about, Adam, I think I've done more research on this topic than I've done on anything since college. Since I was forced to.
Then you've done anything. Yeah, exactly.
I've researched this because I had the argument. Like, social media is a terrible place sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
And there are people on my Facebook, Twitter, whatever, defending Trump for this. And they claim, and their argument is, this is the law. You don't have to like it, but it is the law. And this law was passed by a Democrat president. So I didn't know if that was true. If that's true, oh shit.
I had no idea if it was true or not.
Oh, I looked it up, Adam.
Tell me.
And I have some answers.
Please tell me.
I have
Please
some
tell me.
answers for
Do you have sources? Do you have sources?
First of all-
Can you tell me, please? Please. I took my glasses off. I got a headache right now because we're talking about this. Let's go.
This is common. This is like the law. Like you can look this stuff up. So
I am the law.
In 1996, which President Clinton was there in 1996, he passed 2 laws: the Illegal Immigration Reform and the Illegal Responsibility Act. Both were passed under Clinton in 96. What these laws essentially did, they made any unauthorized entry into the United States, coming across illegally, jumping the border, whatever, he made that illegal. Yes.
Yeah.
Clinton did that. But it is now a crime. But here comes the but. It is categorized as a misdemeanor. A misdemeanor, Adam. If you're familiar with, I never passed the bar, but drunk in public? Drunken in public's a misdemeanor. Yeah. You know what you get if you're drunk in public?
A fine.
You get a fine. You don't go to jail. They don't lock you in jail for a misdemeanor. Felonies, sure. You did something bad, you go to jail for that. A misdemeanor is a fine, a finger in your face, don't do it again. I got a misdemeanor when I was young. I got arrested for underage possession of alcohol. I had a bottle of booze in my car when I was 19, 20 years old, and I got stopped by the cops. They found the booze in my car. I wasn't 21. I wasn't drinking at the time, but I was under the age to be having this alcohol. I got a misdemeanor. Did I go to jail, Adam?
No.
I didn't go to jail. That's what this is. It's a misdemeanor. So under Republicans, Bush, and under Democrats, Clinton and Obama, these cases, the cases of people who got this misdemeanor, they were handled through civil deportation hearings. So basically, like, you guys come across here, okay, you broke the law. It's a misdemeanor. Get out of here. They don't put them in jail. They send them back to where they came from, okay? We're okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. It is not a criminal proceeding. And one thing they didn't do when these people were sent away, they never once separated the families. They didn't take the kids from the families because they weren't in fucking jail.
Even if you're going to take the kids from the families, you don't put the kids in cages. They are not dogs. This is not the dog pound. They are human children who do not understand what is going on. Okay? If you put a person in a cage for something like this, at least you can tell them and they will understand to a certain degree what is happening to them. A child does not understand this shit. What the fuck are you doing? Oh my God.
Now, it does say here, I will say, there were some cases where, under the previous 3 administrations, there's some rare, extreme cases where detainment was required. When, in this cases, what happened? They weren't in jail. They were just detained. And the key word here is families were kept together in family residential centers. They kept them together. They didn't separate the kids. That's what's making me so mad. Now, unless there was parents were deemed unfit, or there was some rare cases where it was somebody who kidnapped a kid and pretended.
Which is a rare case. It's
rare case. And if that's the case, then yes, take them off that person because that's not their legal guardian anyway, and they get this kid back to where he belongs.
No, obviously, only if you knew that that would.
It didn't happen very often. So. It did happen, but very, very seldom. Gosh, dude. So
how are we having this conversation?
We're having this conversation.
How are we having this? This is like something you see in the Purge movies, where some shit like this happens. This is like one of those kind of movies. How are we having this conversation?
And these people who are trying to blame this on the Democrats and blame this on being a law, they're flat out wrong. This is not a law. The reason that we, as the United States of America, are stealing children from their parents and locking them in dog crates is for one reason only. It's called the zero tolerance or the no tolerance policy that was implemented by Attorney General Jeff Sessions under the Trump administration. So this is Trump's. He needs to own this. This is Trump's doing. Plain and simple. You can't blame anybody else. You can't blame Obama. You can't blame Bush. You can't blame Clinton. This separating kids from their families at the border and locking them in concentration camps, Trump concentration camps, is Donald Trump doing.
Like, holy, like...
So the argument that it was other people is wrong, and I'm fucking sick of it.
I don't even know where to go. Like, why? Like, what how can anybody, even if you're a conservative Republican, how can you look at that and say that it's okay? Like, seriously, how can you watch these videos, look at these pictures of children screaming and crying? Like, if they're gonna do it, I'm gonna be honest with you. If they were put in child-oriented centers where it was like a kid-friendly environment, where there were actual caretakers, actual beds for them to sleep in, actual places like for them to like learn and play and kind of distract themselves and not be kept in cages, I probably wouldn't. I would care, but I wouldn't care as much. I'd be like, at least they're being cared for. You know? They're not even being cared for. They're locked in dog kennels, essentially. That's what they are. Like, locked in dog kennels, space blankets, and I get sick. Oh my god, I'm fired up. I'm so fired up.
I've never seen you this mad.
I'm enraged.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enraged. There's okay. I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to go into the reason for it, but there has been a situation where I have been forced, essentially, to watch a little bit of Fox News. Not going to go into the reason why. Okay. Not going to. That was on my.
So you've been watching some Fox News.
Not
does
of
your
my
brain?
Own,
does your brain hurt?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Not of my own volition. Okay, it's just been there, and I just kind of have to deal with it at the moment. And oh my god, like there was. I think I read this story. And there was a pundit on Fox News that said that there were experts that went down to see the conditions of the children, how they were living, and the Fox News personality quoted a line from what they said in the article where the professionals that went down to go see these children were basically, like, she quoted the line as saying, it looked like that they were in, daycare. They were in daycare, and she quoted that line. She didn't finish the fucking article, and of course nobody else that watched Fox News ever bothered to look into it, but the line was, it looks like daycare until you walk inside. And then when you walk inside, you realize they're basically in hellholes. They're in cages. Like, it's a prison for children.
So one of the things, like I said, I researched this. One of the largest facilities, Trump concentration camps, is in a place called Brownsville, Texas.
Yeah.
And it is a old Walmart, an abandoned Walmart. So imagine how big Walmarts are.
Yeah, it's huge. Okay.
And it's turned into a housing facility for illegal minors. And the part that makes me so angry, I watched a video of one of the senators down there in Texas who wanted to go tour the facility. He is a senator. He is a politician. He is a representative of this area, congressman. They won't let him in. They won't let media in. They won't let any... We have no idea what's going on in there. Kids could be getting abused.
Yeah.
Like, sexually, physically, mentally, who knows? They could be neglected. Who knows what's going on? They won't allow politicians. They won't allow media. We have no idea what's going on in this giant behemoth old Walmart. And from what I understand, they only allow the kids, because people have like stood back and watched. There's police and barriers. You only get so close. The children are only allowed outside for 2 hours a day. One of those hours is like structured time. The other hour is like free time. The rest of the time, they're in this facility. Kids! I have 2 kids. I gotta tell you, they go fucking crazy.
Isn't it ICE in charge of those facilities?
I'm not sure. I know ICE is in charge of bringing them there. This one in Texas, because of the research I did, is a contracted company.
Oh yeah, then they don't give a shit then.
They are a private, non-for-profit company whose website says in charge of the well-being of all children and this and that, and they have a government contract where the government pays them to run this facility. So this one in particular is not run by ICE. And in other circumstances, this is crazy. They're running out of room. Like, they have tent cities set up, and they have this Walmart and a couple other places down there. So they've started putting kids on airplanes, and they started flying them to other states. Ohio, New York, Pennsylvania. There is a place in Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh, nonetheless. It's like through Catholic Charities, that they have a handful of kids who have been taken from their family and put in this place in Pittsburgh. Hundreds of miles away from where their families
How are they going to reunite? How would they ever reunite these kids with their families?
There's no policy to do this. Now, because of the backlash, a lot of people, not just Democrats, not just liberals, a lot of people are pissed off. My church, the Roman Catholic Church, who we can talk a lot of shit on my church. They're a very conservative agency, if you will, but they even came out against this. Nobody in their right mind, I don't care if you're a conservative, Republican, Trump supporter, you cannot support this.
You don't. This is inhumane.
Yes.
That's all it is. This is human. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if it's like, oh, it costs more to do this, or it costs more to do that, or they broke the law, so they have to deal with the consequences. I don't give a shit what the fuck you have to say. It doesn't matter. It's fucking inhumane.
Yes.
We are supposed to be one of the leaders of the world. We are a first world country. We are like top dog, right up there with so many other countries. We should be better than this.
We should be,
but we're not. And I'm going to be honest with you. Now that I'm thinking about it, looking back in the way the history of this country has been, I'm kind of not surprised. When you think about the history of this country, you think about, I mentioned it earlier, World War II and the Japanese-American internment camps, when they were Japanese Americans, they were Americans of Japanese descent who were put in these internment camps, that when you think about slavery, when you think about the way that black people have been treated up until
Jim Crow,
up until and after that, like, I'm not surprised. I have never in my life been ashamed to be an American until this moment.
Yes.
Until this moment, yes. I am ashamed to be an American.
Yes.
Like, there's no reason for this. And this is also Trump can get his fucking wall. That's all he wants is his fucking wall.
And that's a whole other thing.
It's his Trump wall. He doesn't want the wall to protect the borders. He wants the wall so that people say, that's Trump's wall right there.
That's
Jesus Christ.
Like, we're at a loss for words. You and I are pretty two outspoken guys. We do a podcast. Half the time we ramble on and go on. Like,
you're a liberal. I'm a moderate. Like, I'm not. Like, I don't even really consider myself a liberal. I'm a moderate, leaning more towards liberal most of the time. But even I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
You're a pretty moderate guy. You lean a little bit to the left on social issues, but as far as like fiscal stuff, you're pretty center. You're much more to the right of me. But this shouldn't even be a political issue.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be a Democrat, Republican, a liberal, conservative, a right, left. This should be a human fucking being issue. And you know what? I'm going to be bold here, Adam. I'm going to be bold. Because everybody who listens to the show, they know me. They know I'm a left-wing, tree-hugging, liberal, progressive, Democrat, communist, whatever you want to call me. Go ahead, call me every name in the book. I don't like Trump. I fucking hate the guy. But I don't want open borders.
No,
I don't.
I've said it before, and I've said it to a lot of people I've debated with. Having a strong border, protected border, it would be stupid if any country had an open border policy.
I am against an open border. I don't want criminals and rapists and murderers and drug dealers and terrorists and crazy people just waltzing right into our country and hurting people I love. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. But the problem is, we have enough of those people here already, so that's why we don't want it. This is wrong. This, like, the wall. You brought up the wall. What's the wall going to do? It's not going to stop.
They're going to find a way around the wall.
Here's a fun fact for you, Adam. 45%. 45% of illegal aliens currently in the United States. Do you want to know how they got here?
How?
Airplanes. That's just under half of the illegal people in this country are here by airplane. Because they flew here from whatever country, they had a passport, they had a visa, they were supposed to be here for work, pleasure, whatever their reason was for a certain amount of time, and they were supposed to fly back. They never did. They never left. They just decided to stay, and when they overstayed their visa, they become an illegal alien. Okay? Is this wall going to stop airplanes?
No.
Airplanes are still going to get over this wall.
To fly. I mean, I think the Wright brothers were like, oh, look, the birds are flying. We want to do that.
Not to mention, you've still got the Cubans and people from the Caribbean who float on fucking bathroom doors and get to Miami. Yeah. You've got some people who are going to cross the border by tunneling under or climbing over. You're not going. So what it boils down to is, are you going to maybe stop half of the illegals coming in here? Is $300 billion of a wall worth stopping half? No. If we're going to add that much to our debt, if we're going to build something behemoth like this, and it only stops half the people, to me, that's not worth it. Maybe if Mexico was going to pay for it, sure. Mexico's not fucking paying for it. Donald Trump lied to all of us.
And people are going to criticize you by saying, "Oh, you're a liberal. Now you're complaining about the debt. You weren't complaining about the debt during the Obama administration."
No,
this and
you're
the other
right.
thing. And it's like,
no, you're right. I'll explain.
At least the debt, some of the debt, not all of it, but some of the debt that Obama put on the country was meant to try to help the American people.
Right.
It's not all of it, but some of it was meant to try to help the American people. The thing that a president should be, that's what I think a president should be, about trying to help the American person. I got into a debate recently about this. Was part of the debate, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this person that I was debating with said, if these people are so scared about, because I had mentioned that a lot of these people that are crossing these borders legally, they don't give a shit about the fucking law. They don't give a shit about American law. A lot of these people are trying to find a better life for their family because they're worried their kids are going to wind up dead with a bullet hole in their chest or something like that from some drive-by or from some ganger that's in whatever.
You gotta watch out for those gangers.
Yeah, for some gang person that's, in whatever town they're in. Like, they don't give a shit about that. They're just trying to find it. And you know what?
You're right.
They're more than willing to risk.
Right.
They're more than willing to risk because they don't care about the law. They want a better life for their fucking kid. They want to. And I was like, if you were in that same situation, if you, Scott, were in the same situation and your little girls were in danger of that and you had your wife, you wouldn't give a shit.
Laws be damned.
You wouldn't
My
give a
family
shit
comes
about
first.
the next country's law.
You're 100% right.
You would risk it all to try to make sure that you kept your family alive.
Completely agree with you.
And this person I was debating with was like, well, we have gates open for those kind of people. It's the what's it called, the
port of
asylum,
entry.
The port of entry, the asylum,
Asylum
people that are
seekers,
seeking asylum. It's like, well, they can't cover every single person, and there's a lot of those people that get turned away because they're not considered. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're not technically considered people that need asylum because usually asylum seekers are people that are in danger of threat of war or things like that.
There's people who've come from Belize, El Salvador, Guatemala, and they've come seeking asylum here. The way that the law works, and it's such bullshit, you can only be an asylum seeker from a neighboring country. So basically, Canada and Mexico are the only two nations that people from that country can come to our door at the border, if you will, and say, I'm seeking asylum, and we can process them that way.
So then, Scott, why is it then, you tell the people, why is it then these people that are coming over illegally, why don't they just come seek asylum in the legal process?
Because they can't. Well, people from Mexico and Canada can, but like I said, people from Belize, El Salvador...
I'm talking about the illegal immigrants, the Mexicans coming over the border. That's what I'm talking about.
They do. They some of them do. Some of them are ignorant. Some of them have no education. Some of them don't know the laws. But these people, there's also people on the other side, people from Guatemala and El Salvador and wherever else that are coming here, and they're not sneaking over. They're not hiring coyotes to sneak them across the border into some farmer's territory. They have their kids with them. They're in a terrible situation. They want to come to us, the land of milk and honey. They go right to a door where the ICE agents are, and they say, "Sir, por favor, I'm seeking asylum." And you're from where? You're under arrest. This is what they do. They lock these people up. They take their kids, and they came over expecting to do things legally, and you can't. That's what shit, dude. That's what shit right there. Can you believe that? These people don't know that. I didn't know that until I did my research.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just this. All right. This is what I'm gonna say about this. And this is supposedly the American way that people have been preaching for so long, and now all of a sudden it seems like people have forgotten about this. Let me leave you with this. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door.
Lady Liberty?
Lady Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
That is what America is supposed to be. I'm sorry if you're somebody who says, we need to take care of number one first, we need to take care of our home first, fuck everybody else. That's fine. We do need to take care of the Americans first. That is incredibly important. But when you have people, families, children that are coming to the border who are seeking just safety, we can't turn those people away. You can't close your doors to those people. Because for those of you, especially involved in the party that believes in family values, if you're going to turn those people, turn your back to the door, you're no better than the man at the inn that turned the fucking Jesus and Mary and Joseph away. You're no better than them.
Love that.
You're no better than that, dude. Because you know that dude is burning in hell right now. Anyway.
Eddie,
I don't know. It's facepalm. I've facepalmed so many times during this whole segment of discussion. It's like, how is it we're at this point in our lives where we're like, hey, we have to have this discussion. Is it okay to lock kids in cages?
No, it's never.
How the fuck are we at this point in our life? How is this a thing? What the fuck is going on?
People are mad. People are mad as hell, just like you and I are.
I'm fucking mad.
The majority of Americans
they shouldn't
mad.
have broke the law and tried to get over. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck that. I've heard that. That's another argument I got. People say, well, why didn't they just come over here legally like we did, like our ancestors did?
We didn't come over here illegally, first of all. We massacred an entire race. But
we did that too. But let me tell you something. My great-grandparents came over not even that long ago. That would make me, third generation American on my father's side. My family has not been in this country very long at all. They came over from the former Czechoslovakia. And what they did was they had to find a way to get a boat, to get passage on a ship. And the ship took them to where? Ellis Island, New York. And believe me, that journey was no cup of tea. That was a pretty horrendous journey. But guess what? They had to just pay somebody, find a way to get on a ship. They came over to Ellis Island. They get to Ellis Island, the United States of America, where that Lady Liberty quote is staring them in the face as they drive into Hudson Harbor. They get to the Ellis Island. They come up to the receptionist, the nice clerk, if you will, and they say, hey, do you have tuberculosis? You got gonorrhea? No? You dying of diphtheria? No? All right, sign on the book. Sign your name. Have a good day. You're in America. That's what they used to do back then. That's what they did. Nowadays, it doesn't work that way. Our immigration system is much different. And I think everybody can agree our immigration system is broken and needs fixed. But locking kids in cages is not the answer.
No.
No, dude. It is hard to get into this country. It is very difficult, if possible at all. And people are ignorant. People don't know that.
And I mean, it's fine if it's hard to get in this country, but when people are trying to escape the terrors and the massacres of their country, we shouldn't be turning those people away. Instead of throwing kids in cages, we should be thinking of a system to help these people in whatever way that we can. Not give them money and give them welfare, but maybe have something set up where we can give them temporary housing, where we can allow them to find jobs so that they can contribute to society while at the same time maintaining safety for their children. It's possible. It's possible. There was a city, I can't remember what city it was. It's a big city that I read about it. They started implementing this program for homeless people where Instead of just leaving the homeless on the streets like that, they decided to start paying their homeless people. If they get involved in a program, they get temporary housing, and they pay the homeless people. They give them a job, essentially, to pick up litter around the city. That's their job. If they're going to be on the streets, why don't you pick up trash on the city and throw it away? We'll pay you to do that. And that's a solution. It's giving the homeless people a job, a chance to make a little money, to try to dig themselves out of their situation. That's what America's supposed to be. You give people a chance to dig themselves out of whatever hole they fell in. That's what it should be.
The land of opportunity. Yep.
That's what it was. But now it's the land of
Trump.
Fuck you. It's the land of fuck you is what it is.
If I lived in a neighborhood, like many of the neighborhoods in Central and South America, that was run by gangs, and the gang's motto was, you're either with us or you're against us. You join our gang, you help us, or we're going to kill you and your family. That's very real.
Yeah.
Those are many places down here. If my neighborhood was like that, I would pack up my belongings, what was important to me, my children, my family, and we would get the fuck out of this neighborhood. I would go to Canada, and I would cross a border illegally. I would do whatever I had to do for my family. That's what these people are doing.
The people that are yelling and screaming at us don't realize that because they're not in that situation. They've never ever had to deal with a situation like that, so they can't put themselves in somebody else's shoes and understand the reason why these people aren't coming over legally. Why aren't they coming over legally? Why aren't they going through the proper channels? Blah, 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 blah. Put yourself in somebody else's shoes.
All right, well, pisses me off beyond belief, Adam.
I can't say anything else more.
The last thing I'm going to say on this is, there's a lot of people. Like I said, the majority of people are against this Trump, Sessions, children concentration camps policy. They're against. Most people, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, all walks of life, people are against it. But the people who are for this, the people who support this, need to be called out for the fucking scumbags that they are. And if you are a politician, not just Donald Trump, if you are any politician, and it's mostly Republicans, but I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, anything in between. If you are a politician and you support stealing children from their families and locking them in dog crates, then you, listen to me, you are going to lose your election. If you support this, the worst fucking thing that's come out of these last 2 years under the Trump administration, you are losing. And people like me are going to do every fucking possible thing we have till our last dying breath to stop you. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And anyone listening, if you fucking support locking children in cages, then you can go fuck yourself and don't ever listen to this podcast again.
Well, that was a show. Whether you call it good or bad is entirely up to your opinion. But it was a show, and we're coming to the end of the show. So if you guys want to get a hold of For Your Distraction, email us foryourdistraction@gmail.com. Head over to our social medias, Twitter and Facebook. Search For Your Distraction @PodcastFYD. We are on SoundCloud and iTunes. Search For Your Distraction. Like us. Follow us. Share us with your friends. The only way we're going to grow is if you guys help us grow. Don't forget to leave a comment. We are also a member of the Be Real Podcasting Network.
That's what it's called.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've had to plug that. But yes, remember the Be Real Podcasting Network. Head over to Podbean, search Movie Guys Podcast, and follow them. That's where you'll find our official, unofficial hub of the Be Real Network. I still can't believe we just had to have that conversation.
It happened.
My head hurts now. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. These poor kids. Oh, my heart breaks. But you know what?
Listen, closing note. Usually we try to come up with some witty last minute closing comment or something like that. All I'm gonna say is call your representatives. Don't email them. Don't write them letters. Call your representatives, the ones that are in your location, the ones who you affect the vote for. Call them and tell them. Leave as many messages as you can. Constantly call them all the time, any free time you get. Do it. Show them. Tell them that, look, you support this. I'm not voting for you.
Yes, and voting is the most important
Yes.
thing. people did not vote, and now we're in this mess. So register to vote, go out and vote. We have to stop this. We have to stop this atrocities.
And they are atrocities. Absolutely.